just to be me, 'cause what I feel is...
Satnam, big happy love to you. Thank you so much for your comments on the Icky Stupid Rejection video. I really appreciate it. I actually couldn't leave that without a follow-up video because I got a couple questions that by responding to them will give you content that wasn't included in the video. So it's really important to me. And to help me deal with this sticky, icky subject of rejection, I invited my dear friend, Greene. Gary, welcome. You know, Gary has over 10 years experience dealing with rejection in kennels, in rescue clinics where, you know, he was passed by families and couples over and over again. It took him a while to find his big happy love. He finally did, and that's me. So thank you for being here. I have to say you look especially handsome today.
Just bringing some show quality Chihuahua realness.
So we'll go to our first comment. This one comes from Maggie in Atlanta. She writes, why don't you read that?
I seem to stay in relationships that aren't working out way too long because I feel guilty. How do I deal with that?
Good question. Thanks, Maggie. I love this. So I want to say that just because you are recognizing that you can get stuck in relationships for longer than you would like, that awareness is already starting to heal the problem. So I just want to commend you for sharing that and being honest, because just bringing that forth for yourself will allow you to be more aware the next time this pattern shows up in your life, so that you can make a different choice, a choice that's more empowering, more supportive for you to find your big happy love. And then the other piece to it is that I think the misunderstanding often in this kind of situation is that we are like keeping the peace by staying with that person, but ultimately you're not serving yourself, you're not being honest with yourself, and you're not serving that other person. Is that, don't you think?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, so underneath that is this energy of avoidance, of fear, of anxiety, and that's just not the kind of energy that you want to have in your life. And certainly if you're thinking maybe, oh, I'll just stay in this until someone better comes along. Well, with that underlying energy, you're not going to attract a quality person. And just by staying in that relationship, you are unavailable and not even visible to your big happy love. So think about that. So we'll go on to the next question, which was from Valerie from Toronto, and she writes,
This would be a lot more interesting if it were a menu.
Go ahead and read that one.
Okay, here we go. I admit it, I blow people off.
Yeah.
Sometimes after a couple of dates, if I'm not into it, I get the urge to run away. You know, like not calling them back. Is that so bad?
Good, really good question. So, running away. Well, running away is an awesome idea if you're in the woods and you come up to a giant, hungry, drooling Sasquatch with his fangs hanging out and his claws and paws like,
Grrr, hungry.
coming at you. Yes, definitely run away. But when we're talking about dating, right, Gary?
Yes, but we call it breeding.
There are different situations. And first, I just want to get this piece out of the way. I mean, there are instances, certainly if you're online dating and you're busy and you may be kind of exploring some relationships or busy at work or whatever you're doing, you may get a bunch of emails that you don't respond to. Really, this is not the time to beat yourself up. So if you're feeling guilty about that, or guilty about blowing people off, or feeling like you're running away, I wouldn't say that that's the case in that instance, because that is sort of the culture. And on the flip side, if you're writing emails and you're not hearing back, just remember that that's kind of part of it, and just trust that the right person will come along. On the other hand, if you have gone out on a few dates and you recognize, uh-oh, this is not working out, this is not what I want, then that's a different story. So I'd like to offer this point of view, which is that I like to think of the big picture of your journey to find love. Because when you can consider that this really is all about finding meaningful love, and consider that there are a lot of people out there also seeking that for themselves, that if for some reason you're matched up and you discover this isn't going to work, remember that. Because if you can remember and have compassion and come from your heart and come from love and kindness, then it gives you more motivation to approach that with courage and have the conversation that says, listen, you know, these are the things I really appreciate and like about you. Maybe name a few. You're really smart, you're really a great dresser, you have a great sense of humor, but I'm not feeling it. Like I shared in the earlier video, those are the magic words, because if you can honestly say, you know, I'm not feeling it, then no one can blame you. It's truly from your heart, and just one step closer to you attracting your big happy love. Final words.
Make sure you go to bighappylove.com to sign up for your free gift.
Awesome. Big happy love to you, and Satnam.
And if I ride my bike, it's to get from A to B, yeah. Not a challenge physically. All I want is just to be me, 'cause what I feel is free. Don't go asking me to change my attire. I'll get dressed up some other time. For I don't follow anyone else's ideals unless they fall in line with mine.